Oh, I'm live. I'm live. We'll see. Let's see if I can see it on my tablet. That's a start. What
should be able to put your live chat up.
Right. Yeah. So chat will be there. Live chat. But I also want to get it on my tablet.
So just go on to your thing and refresh, I suppose.
We'll find out. Oh, there, live. Ah. So I need to put the volume down on this one. There we go. Oh, it works. What does that mean? Oh yeah, look, there's one person in the room. That'll be me on my tablet.
That's sick.
So we'll see. See if anybody comes in.
Awesome. Just kind of got to just go and do your do, and then people join whatever.
See if they do.
You need to do scheduled lives because that will get obviously people.
Well, I was more than anything. I was just checking out the functionality of it to see if it actually works. She's naughty. She's a naughty baby.
She has to scrag everything.
She does.
Right, I'm gonna go.
Okie I'll see you soon.
Get with this toe.
See you later. Right then. It's really weird trying to see the chat on both things. Let's see how this first live goes. Don't know if anybody will join. Don't know if I can see the chat. On my little screen. Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, that pops up.
Yeah, I can see it on my coming up on my little phone screen. But then obviously I've got it on my tablet as well. But my tablet's a little bit behind my phone screen, so okay. Well, I'm just going to crack on with making cards and see if anybody joins in. I think it's a funny old time to do it because obviously it's lunchtime on a Monday here in the UK, and it will be very early in the US, I think. So I'm just going to pop that tablet there. There we go. And I'm going to turn my screen down. In fact, no, let's do it like that. See you, Lauren. Right, let's move some of this stuff out of the way and get cracking. So keeping my eye on the tablet, so if anybody comes in, I can see. So I've got all of these bases prepped that I created for Smash That Small Paper Pad, and I just want to get started on making them into actual cards. So I might have to readjust my camera so that I can actually see what I'm doing. That's a good plan. And as nobody's in and this is a test, I can do that. Haha, me again. If I can get my phone out my camera. So it's a good job nobody's watching, because this would be enough to make you feel a bit sick. Okay, keep losing myself. Okay, right, so I'm going to get started on making these cards. I am trying to keep an eye on the chat. For anybody that is in the room or comes in the room or watches this later, this is the first time I've ever done live. I've never used this function before, so yeah, it's a bit all a bit new to me. So I've got my base, and then I have got lots of bits and pieces off to the side that came from the pack, and then I've got another pack there. I've also got some books, some paper books with all the ephemera and stuff in them off to one side, so I can use those. So let's have a think. I want some cardstock. Not that one. Not bad. Just had the sudden urge to see what going live was like. So I think I'm going to make a little panel to go in the centre of here. So I'll take a pencil. I'm just going to line that up. Make a little mark. Up my cutter. I need to move the chair out of the way. I think I'm standing. Hi Sophie. I just went to say hello on the chat and then realised I can just say hello because I'm live. This is the first time that I've done live. So I haven't got a clue what I'm doing. I have just bunged the camera on and I'm making some Christmas cards. So I've got all of these panels, these cards made up that I'd already done for Smash That Small Paper Pad, and I just thought I might as well make a couple on camera. So all I'm doing is, because this is really busy in the background, because it's you know, it's a very red paper and it's got lots of pattern and texture, which is really pretty, but your eye just sort of is wanting to look everywhere on the page. So I find that by putting a plain panel, and this has still got a little bit of texture, but because it's texture within, the images are going to go. So I'm going to have a quick look on the tray and see what I've got. And then it's a case of I just start sort of layering things on to see what I like the look of. I've also got loads of strips of the patterned papers left from where I was making the mats and layers for the cards, so I can make little flags and things out of those bits as well, which is super cool. So all I'm going to do to start with is I just start by having a look to see if I sort of like, before I start chopping into things, before I start gluing anything in place, I just have a play with the images that I've got and see what I like the look of. Oh, that's quite cute. And then I've got this really pretty little bow that might look quite cute on the front of the bike. I could pop it up, or I could cover that little pink bow because I'm not crazy on that pink bow, so I might cover that with that. This needs a bit of ink around the edge, so open my ink drawer and find a basket with all my pinks and reds in. So how is everyone? Is that the Crafter's Companion guillotine? It is, yes. I got it from the Works. I think it was about £20 from the Works. Really good for if you're making a mark on the paper and you want to cut a straight line. I always get a really nice straight line with it. I don't find it as good if I need to be really super precise. If I need to be super precise, I tend to go for my Fiskars Cutter, this one, because this has got the guide wire. It's much easier to get a really precise cut on it, but the blades on this, I think the blades are rubbish and they run down really quickly. So I tend to try and use my guillotine cutter unless I need that real precision. Because the guillotine obviously will stay sharp for longer. I can't use a rotary cutter. I think they're rubbish. I've got one, but they're not rubbish. I'm rubbish at using it. I've got a rotary cutter. I thought, oh, I've got it, and I've got all the blades. I just can't do it full stop. So yeah, gave that up as a bad job and got the two guillotines. I've had a few different guillotines. I had one of the I can't remember what they're called. It's like a roller on a bar from the range. That was the first one that I had. But again, I didn't really rate it, if I'm honest. I never ever got a straight cut with it, and it just frustrated me more than anything. So that was why I bought the Fiskars one. And the Fiskars one is brilliant. You get a really, really amazing cut with the Fiskars one, but like I say, you do get through the blades. I think they're £5 a pack from Hobbycraft, and they don't last all that long. I've tried cheaper blades on it. There are blades you can get from AliExpress, but they don't fit quite as well. And I just found, again, I wasn't getting that really, really straight cut that I wanted. Wonky cards are the best. That's how you know they're handmade. If it's not wonky, that's what I tell everybody. If it's not wonky, how do you know I made it? I can't get anything perfectly straight, but I don't really. I go for that sort of shabby chic look, and then it doesn't really matter, does it? You can say it's part of the design aesthetic. I love it like that. Cover everything with a bit of ink, and then it doesn't matter that I smudge ink everywhere, because I'm klutzy and I'll put things down onto wet ink on the table or something, or rest it on the ink pad. Oh, done it again. So I'm just using some double. I have got an ATG gun, but I don't know about anybody else in the UK that's got one. I cannot get the tape rolls for it for a reasonable price. They are so expensive here. So it's sat on the side at the moment, looking all forlorn and feeling sorry for itself because I've not found any tape runners for it yet. I will at some point. There, so I'm going to stick that down because I'm happy that that is definitely, I want that matte in there. So I've got that. Then I do want my little trikey thing. I think that's quite cute. But I'll probably pop that up a little bit. So, because I was wanting to be super organised and get all my Christmas cards done, and it's just been challenging to get anything done in the last few days. I have sorted my sewing room out though, which is nice. I've got that all sorted and clean and tidy, so I can go out there and do some sewing if I want to. So these are just little bits of the cat food boxes that my cats, obviously, food comes in. And I just use a cheap hole circle punch and stick them on like you would with foam squares, foam circles, that sort of thing. Just to give a little bit of height to the image. But it uses up the cardboard and means that my recycling bin isn't full of bits of cardboard, but it also means that I don't have to buy loads of sticky dots. There's my scissors. Those ones will do. So this is really weird doing this live. I'm used to sort of doing the videos now. I've sort of got used to that. Is it an ATG gun or a glue gun? Are you in the UK, Sophie? You are, aren't you? I've got a brilliant glue gun. I'm well impressed with my glue gun. I bought this one from Amazon. I got it. And I bought it for the fine tip. I had an even finer tip one before, but it broke. The actual tip snapped off of it. So I thought I'd buy one that was a little bit chunkier this time, but still had a bit of a point. I mean, it's minging because I never remember to clean it or switch it off. But it's been brilliant. I really, really rate it. I use my glue gun lots. In fact, I'm going to use it in a moment to stick this down. So putting that little bit of card behind just gives you a bit of a drop shadow behind the image, and for me it just adds a little tiny bit of interest to the card. So a bit of hot glue. Need another glue stick. Need another glue stick. Yeah, got one. There we go. Then I'm going to pop that one. Tell us what it's like. I do seem to get through glue guns, but I use them loads. I do use them loads, but I'm also really, really bad at remembering to switch them off. I'll come down in the morning and think, what's that smell? It smells like warm plastic, and then I realise I've left my blinking glue gun on overnight again. I think I'm going to burn the house down one of these days. I really do need to learn to switch it off. Right, pop again. I'm going to put a little bit of something behind this bow. I am just going to take the white edges off this as well. I'm using Vintage Photo, but obviously you could use a red. If I wasn't lazy, I probably would put a bit of barn door on it, but you know, I am lazy, so Vintage Photo it is. So I wonder I haven't got through about 15 pots of the Vintage Photo. I use it on everything. Yeah, I didn't know whether anybody would come in today, to be honest, because it's a weekday and obviously lots of people are at work, and I know it's a funny time for US, a lot of the US peeps, so I didn't know if anybody would come in at all, so it's nice to see somebody. I'm going to put just another bit of this on here. You get to see my faffy process. That's the only thing with live, is I can't just go, I'm just going to pause the video a moment while I go and faff about and decide what die cut I want to use and find that piece of ribbon that I know I've got somewhere in my stash, 500 meters deep. Oh, that looks much better with a little bit of height on it. I really like that. That's so cute. It's so cute. Now then, do I put this strip down the bottom? What sentiment are we going to use? Oh, I know what we've got. Bag full of wooden sentiments. One of those might look cute. And it's not red, so that'll be nice. Something to break the colour up a little bit. Oh, Merry Christmas. I think we might be missing an S there. There it is. Walnut stain and tea dye. I've got them. I've got loads of the distress inks because I do actually really love them. But I'm not going to lie, I am a bit rubbish at getting them out and using something different. I just go for the same ones every time. Right, then I'm going to get from the actual wood piece. And even though it's broken, that's fine, because I'm just going to glue this little S on separately. Just get it in place. It will be fine. It's only a Christmas card. I'd help if I knew which way it was supposed to go, Obs. Oh, that's about right, isn't it? Lovely. That'll do. Merry Christmas. Oh. Right. I am going to chuck a bit of this on the bottom there. So I'm just going to turn it over and mark it. Where's my thing? Where's me? So have you done your Christmas cards already, Sophie? Ooh, floating teacups. Oh yeah. It's not something I've tried. I've got a lantern. I did a Halloween lantern, which I really like, and it's up on display in my craft room because I like it so much. But I bought another one, and I think I'm going to do that 3D for Christmas. I've got a few sort of 3D type projects planned. I ain't got a lot planned at the moment. I've been crocheting loads, so you've made 11 and you make them sell. Oh my goodness. You might need more than 11 then. My intention is always to make things to sell, and then I never seem to make enough. So I end up just sort of like, you know, I make just enough to put in my Happy Mail and things, and I think, oh well, maybe next time. I keep thinking I'll open an Etsy shop and sell some embellishments and things on Etsy, and I just never quite get around to it. There we go. So what else can we put on? I feel like it needs a little something, something. Right, let's have a look what's in the magical box of tricks. No, it's too big. Too big. Some pretty little, see, I don't like silver and gold. Fussy, yeah, just a little bit. Doesn't look like it wants a snowflake. Ah, I think it just wants a gem. Right, what gems have we got? What gems have I got out, more to the point? Without having to go ferreting. I'm going to have to grab another box of gems. Legging myself up, trying to find, I don't know which box of gems I want, so get them all out and have a look. Got those ones. Not sure. Got some more. They might go under one. Right, I've got some really pretty little gold gemmy things. They'll probably look cute. Let's get my pencil. There's my knife. Need to just take the top off of that because it wasn't sticking very well the other day. I need to sharpen it, but I don't know where I got my wax pencil sharpener. So one of the things I always do with my gems is place them before I actually glue them, because more often than not I'll put them on and think, oh, I don't like that one there, and if you've glued it, it's too late. Can't move it. See, this is how faffy and fussy I are. This is why it takes me so long to make a card, because I faff about for hours. I mean, what are we, 20 minutes in and I've like, you know, I've done a card, which is pretty poor really when you think that the base was already made and I'd already cut all my die cuts out and oops, never mind. Here you go. Card number 1 done. Love it. There we go. Simple but sweet. And what I'll do is I'll make some panels to go on the inside with a little Christmas sentiment in those. So I've got 2 Christmas cards. How excited am I? Actually got 2 Christmas cards. Woohoo! Right, let's have a look and see what other panels we've got. I might do one of these ones this time. So I did some extra ones after I did my Smash That Small Paper Pad, and I took some of the craft bases. These are the ones from Home Bargains. They're brilliant. If you like craft card, these are super sturdy. Using the... I can see the comments better now. I've just learned that if I turn my tablet the other way up, it makes me be able to see the comments better. So thank you so much for joining me, Sophie, because like I say, this is the first time I've ever done live, so it's really good for me to have somebody in the room to practice with. Hopefully I'll get better at it as time goes on. Right, let's move on my gems. I need to sort my camera angle out a bit, I think. So I've got all of these lovely pieces, and obviously they're meant to be built up, which I don't always do, but I think I might actually do it for this one, because I do quite like the frame on the frame. So I'm going to find some cardstock from in the little drawer. Might need to get some more sorted. I'm running low. You're a good guinea pig. It's nice having somebody talking back, because I'm sort of working out what I can what I need to be looking at, because there's a bit of a delay between what I can see on my phone screen, which is what I'm recording on, and my tablet, which is obviously I'm watching that in real time. And yeah, it's trying to watch both as well is a bit weird, but we'll get there. I think it's nice sometimes for people to have it's almost like a chat room, isn't it? So when you get sort of more people joining, it's as much for other people to be with other, chat with other crafters and things as it is for the person doing the live stream. I always love going in other people's lives. I went into Alicia from Alicia's Crafty Hot Lot. She quite often does a live on a Sunday evening. So I went in yesterday. God, there's loads of us, absolutely tons of us in there. But it's really nice because everybody gets together and have a bit of that sort of real-time chat. And I think at the moment, sort of can't meet up with people and that. It's nice to have the online forum. So I'm just cutting up a cat food box to make a bit of height on this frame. Ah, that's so nice. Oh, I've had a couple of nice things. Tracy Susan has sent me a couple of really nice things, which has been really lovely. Because it is nice when you get something in the post and you're not expecting it particularly. It just cheers you up no end. But I've been trying to get better at doing Happy Mail. I've got loads of embellishments and things made and ready to actually send out, but I don't know what happens to my life at the moment. It just seems to get swallowed up in... I've had to take my daughter to the hospital today for a checkup with a consultant. It's in the next city, it's over in Sheffield, so I've had to drive into Sheffield city centre, and then obviously we've had all the faffing about and waiting and pre-appointments and all the rest of it, and we've literally only just sort of got back, and I just think, wow, that's my whole day gone again. I've got to go to the supermarket yet. I'm just waiting in at the moment because I've got some resin coming from Amazon. Oh, that's so nice. I think we all need that cheering up at the moment, don't we? Just that little bit of something to break the blinking monotony. I don't know about you. I just feel... And I'm quite a solitary person anyway. I don't, I've not got tons and tons of friends. I don't, I'm not a social butterfly or anything like that. But even I'm sort of finding it all a bit weird. I'm working from home as well. Hey, Brian! I haven't checked my emails yet, but I will have a look. If not, I've got Pat's email, so I'll just drop her an email and get it. But I'll get them in the post tomorrow for you. I think you'll like them. I think I found some fabric. I went shopping for fabric, and I found a really fun print that I thought would be ideal for you. I've got a couple, but one of them I just thought was really fun. So. Yeah, I think you do right. I've just literally, as I say, I've taken my daughter to her specialist today, and she was saying the same. Anxiety, stress, everybody's suffering from it, and everybody needs to acknowledge it. How are you doing this morning, Brian? So I know you've got an appointment today, haven't you? Do you know, Brian? Cameras. My internet's a bit rubbish today, I think, because the weather's not great. Just realised I've not actually got anything in shot. I'm so busy talking and looking at the screen. Are you feeling okay about it, Brian? Again, I'm going to put a piece of coloured cardstock across the middle here, just because it will break up that pattern in the background and it brings a little bit of colour into it, which it would have been nice without it, but I just thought a pop of red. I love a pop of red, particularly on Christmas cards, and I might put that at a bit of a jaunty angle like that. I'm not sure. Right, what sentiment do we want? Let's get my bag of 3 billion sentiments out. Yeah, my internet's not very good, Brian. It's I think it's because the weather's a bit poor, but I'm not really sure. I was saying, how are you? Hello, Lizzie. How are you? This is my first live. Welcome, welcome. I thought I'd give it a try, and I didn't actually think anybody would join in. And then Sophie jumped on. I was like, oh my goodness, there's somebody here. So I thought, well, I'll stay on. And I'm making Christmas cards anyway, whilst I am waiting for my delivery from Amazon for my resin, which I can't wait to play with. So I thought I might as well stay on and make cards with you. So I've just found these in my stash and they go really cute on there. But I wonder whether a bit of gold, a bit of this matte gold behind it might look nice. So I've got a bit of that. So let's have a go. I'm gonna piddle this off and stick it down. Hee-hee. What time have you got to go, Brian? Have you got some time to relax before you've got to go? Hey, Lorna. I'm making Christmas cards. I started doing them on Smash That Small Paper Pad this month. And because I ran out of time, all I actually managed to get around to doing was making a big ton of bases. So I thought I would try and finish them off. My desk is absolutely... I'm literally chucking stuff everywhere. I'm trying to be good and make things just with what I've got on my desk and behind me. But normally I'm like in and out of the die cutter and things. So I've just stuck that down with a bit of glue. And then I'm just going to sort of fussy cut it. So it's not going to be perfect, but it'll be good enough. I think it'll just break up so that it's not red on red. I don't think you can even see what I'm doing because I'm concentrating so hard on what I'm cutting. It's starting to rain here as well, so you might hear rain on my conservatory roof. I'm going to get a new roof put on my craft room, so it won't be a conservatory roof anymore. It's going to be a proper roof. Woohoo! So it might be a little bit darker, but I'll be able to actually play and film in here even when it's storming outside, which would be nice. I need to sort out my camera as well. I don't quite know how to get it in the right place, but there you go. Hey Dawn, hello. Oh, good luck, Brian. I will be thinking of you, sweetheart. I'll send your masks out to you tomorrow, but I hope today goes really well for you. So that's what that one is now looking like. You can see it's just got that little gold trim around the edge of it, and it just lifts it straight away off that red paper behind, so it doesn't disappear down into it. You can see it. Hey Sandy! Still dark out. Oh, it's lunchtime here. Well, in fact, it's nearly 2 o'clock in the afternoon. I do not know where today's gone. It's just been chaos today. It's disappeared. And I've got tomorrow off as well, but then I'm back at work. It gets in the way, this working malarkey. I can't wait until the time comes when I don't have to do that anymore. I just spend all my time in the craft room. Oh, I like that. That's really cute. And I think I'm going to put a little bit of ink around here just because I can. Yeah, I do love the sound of it, Lizzie. It is really nice. The only it can be really, really loud. And it's too loud when I'm filming, so it does mean that if it's raining, it puts a dampener. Oh, stops me from filming. So do I want that straight? Do I want it at a little angle? What do you think? Straight or at an angle? Oh, it's nice having you here because I can ask. What do you think? Straight or at an angle? What else have we got? Looking around at what other things I've got. At an angle, yeah, I quite like. Quirky, bit quirky. Yeah, everybody's going for an angle, right? At an angle it is. Glue guns out. Stick it down. I do overthink everything. I have got a tendency to overthink everything. That doesn't help with. No, I like that one there. Things taking me 54 million years to create them. There we go. I'll stick that one on like that. Right, let's have a look. What have we got? No, don't like that. Put the lid on the ink before it dries out. Literally, I'm tripping over my own feet in here today. We've got, oh, that's quite pretty. Let's make a little flag out of that and see what that looks like. Right. My expert flag making skills, not. Turn it over so that the pattern's not there. I'll make a little mark like that. Up from there to there. There we go. That's quite cute. But then I want to knock it back with something. I want about. No. Oh, I know. No, because that's white underneath. Oh, look now, I'm faffing now. This is what I do. I get off to a flying start, and then it's the details. It's the details that get me every time. Oh, that's quite cute. Ooh, we're buffering. My internet is shocking. I really do need to get them sorted out. They keep telling me there's nothing wrong with it, and I'm like, I think there is. If you lived with my internet, you might not agree with that statement. Right, so I'm going to flip this over and make a little mark, and then I can cut that one. There we go. So is everybody working, day off? Just getting ready to start the day over in America, aren't you? It's I don't mind clashing patterns, I'm not going to lie. I quite like that sort of eclectic look on things, and I think there are things you can do to pull everything together if you want it to. So you can you can ink things with the same inks. You can even go over with a bit of gesso or something. But I actually quite like patterns that are all pattern on pattern. It's not everybody's favourite look, to be fair. You'll get lots of people that prefer that much more simple and elegant look of keeping to one or two patterns. But I do, and I'm a bit naughty for blank space as well. I don't particularly like blank space or too much open space. Whereas I've seen some amazing, particularly like mixed media pieces, absolutely gorgeous, and it's because they've left some blank space. They've left, big areas of blank space, but I'm just no good at it. I can't do it. I have to fill every single bit with stuff. But oh, Dawn, I'm so sorry. That's terrible. This is the thing. I've had people at work, because obviously I work for the NHS, so we've obviously not been off at all. We've been working all the way through it. And I've had a few people sort of almost complaining that it's not fair that they've not had any opportunity to have downtime. And I'm like, God, can you hear yourself? Can you hear what you're actually saying? You want to think yourself lucky you've got a job to go to. And that's what I remind myself of and not everybody's in that situation up and down the country. And I think it's, we're going to have to sort it out at some point, aren't we? We are going to have to sort out making sure that people have got enough to live on. And I think everybody's so busy just dealing with the here and now that sometimes, and I think that for those of you that are shielding, it feels to me, even working in the NHS, it feels a little bit like you've been forgotten this time. It's almost like first time round it was quite high priority, and I'm really fortunate that my organisation are being really supportive of those that need to shield, and we're doing everything possible to get them working from home and that sort of thing. But I know that that's not the same for everybody, is it? Yeah, my daughter's furloughed as well. Yeah. And same for her, everybody sort of said to her, oh, you lucky thing, you've got another 4 weeks off or whatever. And she's like, but it's not good for my mental health. I need to go to work because I don't see anybody. she hasn't got tons of friends here, and she's just finished uni, so she's got a little job just in Costa at the moment. She can't get a job related to what she did a degree in because there's just not any, there's no jobs going. And then the job that she's got in Costa, like you say, she's been furloughed, and she was furloughed all through the last lockdown. Which wasn't too bad then, because she was finishing off a degree, and actually it probably, under the circumstances, probably helped her in as much as it gave her a bit of time to concentrate on her degree. Whereas this time round, she's finished a degree, and work, it's almost her break. She gets to go to work and see her colleagues. She gets on really well with her colleagues, and she hasn't got that at the moment, so she's just gone for a walk now there is a Costa in town that's open, but she works in one that's in Next, so obviously that's shut. So, and yet there's lots of places like Next and Asda and that are staying open to do click and collect, and I think I sort of don't really get it, to be honest. I think either close or don't close. This half and half just seems a bit. I've just broken my candy cane. No. Oh. Never mind, I put a bit. I should have just done this with white glue instead of trying to do it with the glue gun, but I'm lazy and I just want it to stick down immediately. Impatient. Stick down. Stick down. There. I'll do. Super. No, it won't, because it's come up again. Don't laugh at me. This is what my crafting is like. This is why it takes me so long. Because I'm clumsy. You wouldn't think, seeing as I love making things in miniature, you wouldn't think I was this clumsy, but I am. I really am. There we go. Beautiful. Right, so then I've also got, that's too red. I've got these little ones. No, it's too much. Okay, I'm just going to put a couple of gems on. I'm trying to keep these reasonably simple and reasonably flat, although they're not super flat, because I want to be able to post them. He said on this conference about this lockdown, we weren't shielded in, but the letter I got. I think they changed their mind, didn't they? I think it was, we're not doing shielding, and then they got more advice from Sage and realised that that's a silly thing to say, that actually, if people are at greater risk, then we need to protect you, and I think they sort of realised that reasonably late on, and so then they've gone to this, like I say, people have had letters, those that are extremely high risk have had letters, but I don't think it's been as publicised, so people are sort of under the assumption that shielding's not really happening. So I don't know, I just want them to get on top of it, but it makes you worry, doesn't it, when you see things like we've had on the press over here about the mink farms over in, I can't remember where it was, but where they've got this other strain. Oh, hi Angie. Yeah, I think it's mad. I think they should have been more. I think they should be more open. Oh, I prefer those ones. Open and upfront about it. I think they should be honest about it and be honest about, this is the situation, and it's not great. It's not ideal, but this is what the situation is. And if this is what we need to do to keep everybody safe, then that's what we should. The next few months are going to hold for her, in terms of her exams and all the rest of it. But ultimately, if keeping the kids off of school is what's going to keep everybody safe, then you would hope that they would do it, wouldn't you? But I'm not convinced that it's always the top of their priority list. So I'm going to call that card done. I like the kit. Cute. I'm on to 3. I'm catching up with you, Sophie. I'm on 3 now. Stayed at home since March. Yeah, loads of people. I mean, to be fair, I've gone shopping and that a little bit. I have been to the range and places like that a little bit, but I haven't seen my family because I live in Derbyshire, but my mum and my grandpa, I've still got my grandma. I've got 2, my mum's mum, my dad's mum and my stepdad's mum are all still with us, all in their 80s. In fact, Nanny's nearly 90, or she's just turned 90. so it's been really scary, and in fact we got told this week that one of my grandmas has tested positive. Thankfully at the moment she's completely asymptomatic, and they only found out because they tested the whole home because one of the carers has tested positive. And you know, we're getting updates and they're saying that, you know, she's doing well, she's not, you know, she's not symptomatic, but she doesn't really get it because she's got dementia, and that's why she's just, you know, that's why she's there in the first place. Nobody can visit, and it just makes it scary. And I don't know, it feels like we're not doing as much as we need to do to protect everyone, and yet at the same time I'm also really scared about the vaccine and worried about, you know, how long they've had to work on it and to test it, and you know, is that actually sufficient? Is it, you know, is it going to be safe? And I'm sure it is. I'm sure it's just my crazy brain going into overdrive, but it does worry me. See, I don't want to cover that paper up because I love it. So what are we going to put on? Oh, I know what we've got. Where's the tray? Bring the tray back. I know that there's one of these lovely houses in here. Oh yes, although it does disappear somewhat into the background. What we've got, oh, that's far too big. That's the only thing I've found with these. These are from the new books from the range, from the new Deco Time Luxe paper blocks. These ones. These is quite large, and using it on cards is going to be a bit tricky. I might have to do some journal pages or something. Oh, it really is starting to rain. I might have to go in a minute if it's going to keep raining hard. Most wonderful time of the year. You'll have to tell me how loud the rain is in the background there. Obviously I don't know. It sounds quite loud here. I don't know how loud that's coming through on the camera. Yeah, the vaccine worries me. I'm a nurse, but I need to do a bit more research, but it does make me a little bit anxious that I know that we need to find something, and I know, you know, we've got to find a way out of this blinking mess, but I don't want to do that. I don't want to hurry it and then regret it later, you know. I think of things like the thalidomide tragedy, and I think I don't want us to rush headlong into something like that because we're so desperate to find the answer. Hey Heather, you've come to my first live. Oh good, the rain's not too bad. I can't wait to get a new roof. I think it'll have to be in the spring, but it will be much better once I've got the new roof and it's not so loud then. So I'm wanting to put a sentiment on here, but I was going to go for something different. I quite like the little tartan rug in the background with my little village, especially if I pop the village up a little bit. That would be quite cute. I could do it that way on. I don't want to lose too much of the houses in the background because I do like them, but oh, thank you Heather. I'm just playing around with an ephemera pack. It was a book that I bought from a local craft shop, and I just thought, I made all the card bases for Smash That Small Paper Pad, and I thought, well, I might as well finish them off. And then I've got some Christmas cards. Woohoo! Oh my goodness, got 12 people in. I honestly didn't expect anybody to come, so thank you so much. I really do appreciate it. It's nice because I can actually see how the technology is working. So I'm filming with my camera, with my phone, and I've got like an arm thing that comes over my desk. I'm struggling with this. I'm going to choose a different base because I'm struggling with that base. I'll come back to that one. Let's go with that one. Let's go with that one. I don't know why that base was struggling. Oh, that's better. That pops a bit more, you see. But I think I like it that way on. Yes. Right, now then, sentiment. Have I got a sentiment in my 54 billion stickers off to the side of me? Honestly, if you guys, I mean, I showed my craft room the other day, and obviously people were laughing about how much stuff I've got, but as I start looking through things and the piles start to fall over, it just becomes more and more unmanageable. Okay, I've got to use some of this stuff. Oh, look at these. I've got to make a card with them because I love them. This is my problem. I see stickers and things that I love and I buy them even though I know that I struggle to actually use stickers. I am a bit ridiculous with it. Let's see what we've got in here. You've used tartan and a village. I really like these packs. I think they're a really good idea, particularly if you are just wanting, you're wanting something sort of reasonably quick and easy, and you don't want to have to get too much other stuff out. See, I'm struggling now. I know what I need. I know what I need. I'm going to put that there. Right, talk amongst yourselves a second. I'm going to find some flowers. 16 boxes of flowers here somewhere as well. Right. That was good, wasn't it? I'm only using what's on my desk lasted 2 cards, and now I'm ferreting around looking for other stuff. Yeah, I'm not very good at it. I like to just get everything out. I am coming back. Right. Let's try making a little floral cluster, see if that works better. I'm going to make another one of these folders that I made that have got all my stickers in. I'm going to make another one of those, and I'm going to fill it full of die cut greenery, because it's the one thing I use loads of, and when I want to come to use it, I've always got to make more because I've run out. And I thought, well, if I cut loads and loads and loads and keep it in one of those, it'd be really useful. Right, I'm going to use a little bit of red on the tartan. So I've got some fired brick just to get rid of those white edges. There we go. I'll pop that one there. And then I'm going to go back to... Are you off, Dawn? Oh no, Sophie. Struggling to keep up with the chat now because I'm looking for things that I've lost on my desk, hidden under a pile of stuff. Oh, that's no good, Marla. Enjoy your lunch, Sophie. So I think I'm going to pop that there, but I will pop that up on something. And then I think I'm going to make a little cluster of flowers over to the side here. So I'm going to start with a little bit of greenery. Just these leaves. I think I will finish this one, and then I'm actually going to go and tidy up my desk a bit. Because it is getting to the point where I can't see anything, which is not great. Right, so then I've got, where's my, so I've got some really pretty white roses, which they remind me of Christmas roses. I might start with one of those in the middle, but I want a little tiny bit of colour on this. Oh, have you had COVID, Marla? That's terrible. No. How are you feeling? Oh, I can see your comment above. Not great. Yeah. I think this is the thing. I think people discount it until, you know, until they know somebody that's got it, or they have it, or I think people don't realise how bad it is. You know, people are sort of thinking, oh, it's just another flu. From the people that I've seen and that we've been caring for, it doesn't look like another flu to me. So I'm going to pop in some, I've got got some of these ones, so I'm going to grab some of my handmade ones just to get started. So this is just so there's a bit of greenery in the background. Normally I would put loads of die cut greenery, but I don't actually know what I've done with it, and I haven't really got time to look for it, so I'm just going to use that. Oh dear, Angie. Yeah, it's hard, isn't it? Because you want to do it and you can't because of, you know, obviously the physical problem. But then it's that if you start to feel behind, I don't know about you, it makes me start to feel a bit anxious and like, you know, I've got to do it, and then I don't enjoy it as much. I think that's part of the reason why I've never sort of gone down the route of selling any of my craft, because I don't know whether I would enjoy it as much. And I go through phases. So at the moment I've been really enjoying crochet. I've been crocheting jumpers. I just started another one last night. So, and obviously I sew and that as well. I've been making face masks. So, oh dear. How are they all? Are they managing okay? It's so worrying, isn't it? My husband was sent home last week, I think. I'm not loving those. I don't know why. Yeah, he was sent home from work because he coughed. He coughed a few times at work, and obviously everybody's a bit panicky about it at the moment. So they sent him home. So we were all then stuck in the house until obviously we got the results. But yeah, I think that's the thing, isn't it? It's, you know, that's what you got to remember, Angie. At the end of the day, it's lovely to be able to give handcrafted cards and gifts and all the rest of it. But if you can't, it's nothing, you know, nothing bad's going to happen if you can't do it for 1 year. It's, you know, there are cards that you can buy out there, and I think it's, sometimes we've got to remember that we do this because we love it, because we enjoy it. And I think it can sometimes get to the point where, that's why I'm sort of careful about what collabs and things I sign up for. I've got to really want to do the collab. I always sort of have a bit of a think about it before I sign up, to make sure that I'm gonna, you know, A, I can actually commit to it, and B, I'm going to enjoy it. Because sometimes it's, you know, you always think you can get more done than you do. I'd got so many plans for yesterday. This was all going to be done yesterday. I was going to do all of these. I've got a birthday card that I've got to make. I've got a project to do for BB Crafts. So I've got loads that I've got to do, and I was going to do it all yesterday, and I was sorting out my sewing room over in the summer house as well, and I got my sewing room done, and that was it. But I am pleased about that, because that has been bothering me. I've been wanting to get it finished for ages, and it is now, so I can actually use it as a sewing room again, which is nice. But yeah, I didn't get as much done as I thought I was going to get done. Right, I'm going to have to find some tweezers for this to put these on, because otherwise I will burn myself. Because I do. Yeah, man flu. My husband gets that. Yeah, swaps and collabs. I really enjoy the collabs. I don't swap anywhere near as much as I used to, mostly because I had a couple of instances where I didn't get anything back. And it's not that I particularly, you know, I want goodies or anything like that. It's just, I don't know. I really enjoy giving things, you know, particularly things that I've made. I enjoy giving them. But when it's supposed to be a swap and you don't get anything in return, it can be quite hurtful. Not because you didn't get stuff, just because it almost feels like, you know, I've gone to all this effort to create something for you, and, you know, and I do try and put some work into anything that I create, and then for you to get nothing in return can feel quite hurtful. And I just decided that I didn't want to put myself out there for that. So I don't do swaps anywhere near as much as I used to. Yes, I got it from yours, Heather. Thank you. It was beautiful. I've done a video. There is a video up of that. Yes, no. Jenny sent me the most amazing package. So yeah, that was lovely. And that was the thing. I did that collab because I wanted to do that collab, because I wanted to you know, I wanted to join in, and I do it now, and I sort of say to myself, if I'm going to join up for a collab, I'm joining up because I want to do it. But I do think, you know, like you say, you shouldn't flake, should you? If you're going to sign up for something, then you should do it, even if that takes time. So when I did my newbie swap, it's taken us a while to get both swaps done, but that's because of personal circumstances, and that's fine, because we had a good old chat about it, and it wasn't a problem. And you know, that's the thing, most people are really understanding, and if you talk to them and say, look, I'm having a really bad time of it at the moment, I'm really struggling with this, that and the other, most people will say, look, don't worry about it. But I think it's when people just, you can tell with some people, can't you, that they never intended to actually, you know, do what they said they were going to do. They never intended to do their part, and that, I think, is what gets on my nerves, is when people, they go into these things knowing that they're not actually gonna follow through. And I think, you know, it's bad, because for some people this might be the thing that gets them through, and that the thought of that you know, happy mail coming might be the thing that's they're really looking forward to. And if that never comes, I don't know, I just don't know how anybody could do that to somebody else, to be honest. Like I say, particularly when, for the majority of people, if you just spoke to them about it, if you just said, look, I'm really sorry, they'd understand. So yeah, I tend not to do swaps so much these days. I just do happy mail, because like I say, I prefer giving anyway. You know, I know that I'm quite fortunate in my husband is very tolerant. He in fact, if anything, he's encourages me in my crafting, so I'm very fortunate with that, and I like to sort of share. But yeah, I know that there has been some upset, hasn't there, recently, but I don't know, I think some people are just not nice people, but there you go. Hey dear. Yes, but it's not your fault, Heather. At the end of the day, you know, you have to take everybody on their word, don't they? And if people tell you that they're going to come through, and that they're gonna do their part of the swap, then you believe that, don't you? And I think it's, yeah, that I've had that before. I did because I did do ATCs for a while, and I was on SwapBot, and I was trading ATCs. I mean, you can tell from the faffing about I'm doing with this card, it takes me hours. And I literally spent hours making these really beautiful, really intricate ATCs with old vintage sewing patterns and stamped images that I'd coloured, and and mixed media backgrounds and all the rest of it. And I literally got a piece of cardstock that wasn't even actually the size of an ATC. Wasn't cut straight, or, you know, you could tell that they'd just gone dirt and stuck a sticker on the top of it and then sent me that, and I was just like, oh my days, it's rude. I mean, I get that we're all at different levels, and that's absolutely fine, and you know, I will swap with anybody. You know, I've got no problem with whatever level anybody's at, because we all, you know, we're all learning all the time, and all of us are at different places on our journey. But when people don't care enough to put any effort in, it just feels hurtful. But I think some people perhaps don't realise, you know, perhaps it's not as big a thing to them. I think for some of us, crafting is, I think most of us on here, crafting is my life. It's my everything outside of my family. But I think, you know, perhaps for some people, they don't realise how passionate some of us are about it, and you know, how hurtful that might be for somebody. Yeah, I get that, Heather. Yeah, I've sort of ummed and ahed about doing collabs, but it's that even when people, I've seen them on some of the other ones where they just don't put anything up. It's, you know, and it breaks the chain of the collab, you know, because people will be going down the list of videos, and then they get to one where somebody's not bothered to put anything up, and often that's the point at which they'll stop following that collab, and then anybody that's below them on the list doesn't get the views on their, you know, and most of us that are doing YouTube are doing it because we want to share. We want people to sort of see our stuff. We want to inspire other people. And when that then doesn't happen because somebody hasn't put their video up, it's frustrating. And I just think, just don't join. If you're not going to do it, that's fine. Just don't join in the first place. Or you know, like Alicia. Alicia knew that she might struggle, so she said, you know what, this time I'm going to sit out. I'm just going to sit out. I'll watch, I'll interact with everybody, but I'm not going to sign up for something that I'm not 100% certain I can do. And I just thought, do you know what, I really respect how important this is for a lot of people. Yeah, it's crafting's I mean, anybody here will tell you that, you know, it doesn't only take over my life, it takes over all my family's life as well, because it takes over my house. So I started off with a little corner in the conservatory, which was the kids' playroom. And then the kids were sort of teenagers by that point, so they didn't really need a playroom. So I slowly started taking it over. And now, I mean, it's 5 metres by 3 metres, so it's not a small conservatory. And I have filled every single space. And I've now taken over the summer house and turned that into a sewing room cum storage for all my mixed media stuff. So yeah, you're right, Heather. Why would you not? That's the thing. Or, you know, if something happens, that's fine. You know, life happens. We all know that, particularly at the moment. You've got plans. You've got plans to do one thing, and then something will come along and change those plans, and you can no longer do that. You know, whatever it was that you'd sort of set your heart on, you'd set your mind on, and that's fine, because that's life. But it's just, let somebody know. Talk to somebody about it. Tell someone, I'm really sorry, but I'm not going to be able to come through on that. So I've got these gorgeous little Merry Christmas stickers. These were in the pound shop, I think. They were selling them off. It was because I think it's Dove Crafts that's gone bust. It's Dove Crafts or Do Crafts, I can never remember. There's two of them, they sound the same. Do I want that one, or do I want Merry Christmas? Now I like the Merry Christmas, but it doesn't stand out enough. I'm going to make the Merry Christmas stand out because I like it. Right, so what shall we put it on? Where's that gold gone? Oh my gosh, my table is like becoming like a bit of a war zone. I'm going to injure myself in a minute. Right, I'm going to take this off the pop dot again. Yeah, you see, when my elder daughter goes, I will have to turn that room into an office, unfortunately. But at least I'll have somewhere to do my editing and everything. At the moment, I use my husband's computer and we end up squabbling because he wants to play his game and I want to edit a video. So I try and do videos wherever possible that I don't need to edit. So, hey Jenny! I was just saying how I'd got your parcel and it is amazing. So excited. The parcel came and I was like, oh, what's this? I don't know what it is. And it wasn't until I started opening it that I realised what it was. I'm like, oh my goodness, it's so exciting. My kids were like sat laughing at me because I was so excited. So all I'm doing, I've just realised I'm doing it off camera again because I'm really good at this filming thing. It's my favourite and my best. I need to get better. I'm really not very good at it, but you know, it's like a chat room, isn't it? That's what I like about these lives. That's what I was saying earlier. They're like a chat room. So I like it when there's other people that go live myself, so that I can join in their live, but also just because it means there's loads of other crafters that I can have a natter with, which is nice. So I'm just trimming that bit off there. You can see. So I've just given it a bit of a gold border and it just helps lift it off that tartan, so I can use red on red, which I wanted the red one because I like the Merry Christmas, as opposed to, I have got some foiling dies, so I'll have to get my hot foil machine out and do some foiling at some point. Hey, it's my daughter's just coming along. I'm doing a live. Ah. Yeah, she's looking at me like, oh my god, my mum's mad. Hey ho. Right, so yeah, there must have been Jenny. It's like Christmas. It is like Christmas. I love it. Ah, did you like it, Dawn? Oh, I'm really pleased. See, that's what gives me joy. I mean, it's lovely to receive things, don't get me wrong, I do love receiving things, but I love giving things as well, because I think because I know how lovely it is to, you know, get a package, particularly if you're not expecting it. And that's why I wanted all the addresses when I did my my Road to 1,000 Subbies giveaway, because I wanted to have some addresses so that I can just sporadically send some out here and there. I'm not loving this card as much as I like the other ones, but I've got people in my chat room, Lauren, in my live. My older daughter's now just come back. She's been for a walk into town. So it's working really well. I can read the comments on the tablet and I can film via my phone. White glittery bits. Yeah, they do laugh at you, but I always say to my husband, he would be just the same if somebody sent him a package full of, I don't know, Warhammer stuff or something, because he is a bit of a Warhammer geek. Oh yeah, that's what that needs. Needs a bit of glitter. You can't go wrong with a bit of glitter at Christmas. I'm really sad that we've all got to stop using glitter. It breaks my heart.
Bad for the environment, though.
I know it's bad for the environment. You don't have to remind me. I just love it.
Want a cup of tea?
Yes, I'd love a cup of tea, thank you. So I just love anything tartan, I've got to say. It is one of my favourite all-time patterns. Ah, they're cute, those little penguin dies. If I see bits on offer, I quite often buy them, and I've got like a little cupboard and I save bits for giveaways and racks and things. So I've actually just found an address book that my mother-in-law gave me a few years ago, and she bought it for me, and I was like, why have you bought me an address book? Nobody uses address books anymore, we all use our phones. But actually it's been really handy, because I'm going to transfer all the addresses off the Rolodex into the address book, just because it's easier than, because obviously a lot of the Rolodex cards are quite chunky, and as I roll it around sometimes they sort of fall off a little bit, and I don't want to damage any of them. So I'm actually going to put them on a yeah, in my address book. Words. I'm amazed I've been able to keep up a conversation. My skills of discussion have left me in the last few months. I sometimes sit in meetings and think, I can't remember for the life of me what word I'm trying to find. That's better. That little bit of sparkle. I'll probably put a little bit of sparkle on the flower as well in a bit. I'll put a little bit of diamond dust or something on it. So then I just want a little bit of something else, because, you know, why not? I like to fill them up. So what else could we put on? A tray full of, oh, I know what's in here which will look cute. Where's that? There's a little lantern thing. There's a little jar light there. That's quite cute. Where's my lantern? Keep flicking through to find the bit that you want. It's challenging, Angie. I'm not gonna lie. I think it's because there's not too many people in the room. I think if there were tons and tons of people in the room, you wouldn't manage to be able to sort of keep up chat and craft at the same time. But I've got my tablet off to the side so I can see the comments coming in on my tablet, and obviously my phone is just a little bit you know, the tablet's a little bit behind, so I think that helps a little bit. So I found a few little bits on here that I'll have a play with. So I just want something for, I quite like that hanging from there. But we'll have a look. I've also got this lovely little copper, or I've got this lantern. That lantern's too big, so that's no. But I could have the little cup and the gingerbread man, or I could just have the little lantern and then some jars. I think I'm going to go with that. Oh, you want to do it, Angie? Do you know, it was all a bit of a, I walked in the door and said to my daughter, we'd literally just come back from the hospital with, hey Carmen, we just said hello, we just came back from consultant's appointment with Lily, and oh, it's nice to have you. It's my first time doing a live, Karen, so it's first times for everybody. I just thought I've got the ability now, because obviously I've just gone over that 1,000 in the last few weeks, so I just thought, just do it while you're feeling brave, just do it. the first one's always the hardest, isn't it? So you won't be long, Heather. That last few, from sort of 950 up to 1,000, it seemed to take forever, and then I've sort of gone another 40 or so over the top of that since. So I don't know if it's just that last little push is difficult, but anybody that's not subscribed to Heather, get on over and subscribe, because she's an amazing crafter and she's super lovely, and we all like to support each other. Oh, thank you, Carmen. I just love playing with bits of paper. Well, anything really, bits of paper, bits of wool. Like I said, I've got some resin coming today. I'm so excited for that. I'm pumped for it. I want them to bring it now so that I can play with it. I've got loads of moulds because I've used them for paper clay so that I could do the lives. But it still took a little while. And then I sort of got there and then wasn't really brave enough to do the live. So, but I just thought today, right, today is the day. Just do it. Big girl pants and all that. I'm quite liking those little red gems. So I'm going to chuck them on. I overthink it. I overthink it every time. Ah, super nice. Thanks, Heather. And that's the thing, isn't it? If we all sort of support each other. But I do wonder. I look at because I watched Billions, so I'm sure you're all the same. There you go. I'm going to leave that one at that. I'm going to put some diamond dust on that in a bit, but other than that, I'm going to call that one done. I watch loads and loads of different crafters on YouTube, and some of them have got like 200,000 subscribers, and I think, how is there really that many people out there that are mad into crafting? And then you think, when I was sort of like trying to build up my subscriber base, and I was like struggling to get to 500, I'm thinking, it's not fair. I can't even get to 500, and there's people that have got 200,000. But then I think they probably put a lot more into it than I'm able to. As unfortunately, life seems to like to take over. Right, where have I put my cutter? Oh, it's hiding. It's hiding under piles and piles. I'm going to like die under a mountain of avalanche of paper in a minute, I think. Right, let's cut this face down. So because this pattern is quite visually distracting, I am going to put a little plainer mat over the top. Just to... This is the other thing I like about this paper trimmer. If you don't quite get it right, you can cut a super thin strip with this, whereas with my Fiskars one, it'll just sort of pill the paper slightly, and you sometimes get like a little bit of a tear or a rough edge to it. Yeah, I wonder that. I wonder that, Heather. I think I think there probably is an element of, for a lot of people, this realness that we have in these ones. The filming angle's not brilliant, and I'm just waffling nonsense, and the lighting's not perfect, and the rain you can hear, and all of that sort of stuff. They want to watch basically one of the crafting channels, but they want to watch it for free on YouTube. And I think, well, I mean, I can edit and everything, but it just takes time out of my life that I don't really have at the moment, because I work. And I think that's the other thing. I think for a lot of these really big channels, thank you, Lauren. I think for a lot of these big channels, I think that's their work, isn't it? That's what they do. They create craft content, and they're paid by, they're funded by some of the big companies like Sizzix and companies like that. So that is their job. And I think, well, do you know what? If I had all day, every day to spend in the craft room, and that had to be my focus because that was my job, then I probably would make them more professional. I would invest in a proper camera and a mount from the ceiling, and better lighting than I've got, and all of that sort of stuff. I probably would invest in it. But as it is, obviously we don't make any money at this. We do it just for the love of doing it. And I don't have the money to put into it. I would love to be. Oh, are you a podiatrist? See, I work in, well, I am a nurse by background, but I work in professional standards. I work documentation, clinical documentation. So it's not even like super interesting or fun or exciting. But it is what it is, and it pays the bills. And until I can fund my lifestyle by crafting, I've got to keep doing that. But you know, it's okay. I don't, you know, I quite enjoy my job as far as jobs go. I would like to craft full time. I watch hey Sue, how are you? Nice to see you. I've been watching a knitting vlog just recently. I think it's called By the Lakeside. So anybody that likes knitting, but I watch her because she seems to have the most peaceful and lovely life. And she just sort of goes about, she makes, her job is, she makes leather work, and she makes these beautiful project bags for your crochet and your knitting, but she does it all from home. And she bakes, you know, she's always got really nice cookbooks out, and they live near the lake I think they're in Canada, and I just watch her life and think, oh, I'm so I know, and that's the thing. So Heather, that I keep sort of, I was saying earlier, you know, I get frustrated sometimes because, you know, work can be quite intense, and we're on redeployment lists at the moment. So I got redeployed throughout the whole of the coronavirus. I was going into hospitals and training staff that were being redeployed. I was going in to train them on how to use our electronic record system. So because of what we do, and because I've got a nursing degree, obviously, I am on standby for redeployment. So I sort of don't ever know what I'm going to face when I go back to work. But you know what? That's okay, because I've got a job, and I can, you know, I can pay the mortgage, and you know, I'm really fortunate that my husband's a key worker too. My husband's in the police, so we've not seen, you know, we've not seen any difference in our financial situation, and I feel grateful for that every single day. Oh, it's been lovely to see you, Angie. Thank you so much for coming. So yeah, I think it's hard. I think it's hard for everybody, isn't it? Because I don't think it matters, you know, what we're doing at the moment. It's challenging in its own way. So for those of you that, you know, are furloughed, or, you know, worse still, are losing jobs and things, that's horrendous. You know, and it must be a really, really scary time. But equally, you know, obviously I work with clinical staff that are going in and facing, my background is intensive care, so I've got friends obviously that still work in intensive care, and what they're having to face is just shocking, absolutely shocking. And I just think, I think it's hard, isn't it? It's hard for everybody at the minute. It doesn't seem to matter, you know, what we do. We're all facing our own challenges, I think, and that's, I think, scary. I just keep hoping against hope that we are going to see a vaccine in the next few months. And as much as I worry about, you know, the rapidity of that vaccine, so I was working in here because I've got a really comfortable chair, and obviously the desk at the right height and all the rest of it. But I was finding that I was distracted, and I'd pick something up and I'd be fiddling with it without realising that I was doing it, or I'd spend my time, you know, I'm trying to write an email or whatever, and I'm looking over all the cataloguing that I've got to do. So yeah, I stopped working in here, and I've been working in the dining room instead. But I'm finding that a bit difficult because my husband works nights sometimes. It means that I am often I'm sort of moving around the house because I'm trying to keep quiet so that he can sleep, and then, but at the same time, you know, I'm doing conference calls and meetings and all the rest of it. And then he wakes up and he comes downstairs and he wants to watch the telly or play on his computer, plays Xbox or whatever. So then I'm going upstairs to get out of the way, and oh my goodness. Oh, Sue, I'm so sorry. Oh, it's so scary. Is it coronavirus? Oh, and that's the thing, isn't it? You know, it's just, it's there in the background all the time, isn't it? It's that fear that you just don't know what's around the corner. And I'll try and make a bit of a snowbank here. Oh dear, that's so scary. I mean, the one thing I can say from our intensive care here is that, you know, they really did know what they were doing. They were, the doctors were phenomenal. The anaesthetists that we worked with were brilliant. So she is in the right place, and you know, they literally will do everything within their power to not only, you know, prevent her getting any worse, and they'll be doing everything they can to get her back to a, you know, normal function. You're just waiting, aren't you? And sometimes when you'd see family, you know, family would obviously come into ITU to see the patients, and I found that worse than, you know, some of the patients. You know, I looked after very, very poorly patients. Some of them were very, very young, and that was distressing. But actually, it was speaking to the families that was the hardest thing. You know, particularly if you had to give them bad news, or if you just didn't have any news. You know, sometimes that was even worse. Not being able to tell them. Don't be sorry, Sue. Don't be sorry. That's what we're here for. You know, we're all here to talk to each other and to support each other. So I'm going to put this on here, but I want to put a little bit of ink on the edge of the snow mound, but I don't want it to look like dirty snow. So I'm going to find a blue ink. Let's see what we've got. Tumble glass. Let's go for that one. You must be out of your mind, Sue. It's that worry is just, and like you say, not being able to be there, not being able to support her, not being able to support her family. It is just the worst. Right, where have I put that? I know. Right, let's see if this is set. I've got some of this Glitter Kiss from Cosmic Shimmer, but I haven't used it in over a year, so it might be completely set and unusable, but we will see. If I can get the lid off. Ooh. Okay, feeling reasonably set and solid, but we'll see. Oh yeah, that's set perfectly. Oh, look at that. I could actually like put my fingers in that. Right, what we're going to do, does it say on the back here? Yeah. That's the thing, isn't it? You know, it's not even like normal times. I was saying earlier, my nanny has been diagnosed as coronavirus positive, and my auntie and my dad are just out of their mind because they, well, she's asymptomatic at the moment, but they're terrified that that might change, and they can't see her, they can't speak to her. I'm just going to get a little bit of water to put in that. I've got some here, I'll do. It'll either cure it or it'll ruin it, so we'll see. This is my problem. I buy things because they look so awesome and I really, really, really need them, and then I don't blink and use them, and then I get frustrated because they all dry up. This was a lovely paste when I bought it. So the thing with a lot of these mediums is once you open them, they don't last very long. Got to get better at using these sorts of things. So I'm going to try and bring it back to life, and if I can't, I'm going to throw it in the bin. If I can, I'm going to use it up this Christmas. That's the plan. Just chucked it all over my table. Gross. I'll be sparkling for days at this rate. Oh well, never mind. Right. Well, I've got glitter everywhere. That's a bonus, isn't it? Put a load of... So I'm just taking some of this glitter paste that is dried up, but I've just bunged some water in. I'm sure it'll still stick. I'm just going to put a little bit all along the edge of this, what I want to be my snowbank. Yeah, that's the thing. Even if you went, it's, you know, it sounds harsh, but you have got to think about yourself and your own risks. You know, now is not really the best time in the world to be jumping on aeroplanes and things. You know, so you've got to think about your own risk and those around you, and be like you say, you know, even if you made the decision that it was the right thing to do and you were going to go, you wouldn't be able to do a lot once you got there. So I'm going to pop that there, but I am going to pop it up. So I don't want it to pop up too much. I'm going to find a piece of reasonably thin. I normally run my cardstock through the Big Shot to flatten it out a bit, but I've forgotten to do any, so it is what it is. Right, I'm going to just cut some of these and trim that off like that. Get the glue gun. Ow. Pop it like that. There we go. Well, I've got a few Christmas cards made. That's better than where I was this morning, where I'd got no Christmas cards made. We've got nothing for tea, mind, because I've not actually made the tea. Oops. Might have to rustle a quick stir fry up or something instead of the gammon salad that I was going to do. But hey ho. I've not yet been able to go to the supermarket because I'm waiting for my Amazon delivery. Because obviously my waiting for my resin and my alcohol inks is far more important than feeding my family. I've had a job spending my birthday money because I've been living in lockdown, obviously. So I was going to go over to Crafters Companion and have a look and see what they'd got, but obviously they are now shut, so I've not been able to do that. Do I want him sat on top or behind? On top. Right, let's put some cardstock on the top of him. For that skinny bit there. Yes, if I'm precise enough, that'll fit in up there, like so. I thought so too, Dawn. Absolutely. I want my yes, I live near a Crafters Companion. I am very lucky. I do love it. I go there just for it's nice actually, because it's near Dobbies, which is a garden centre over here. So we'll go for a mooch around the garden centre, and they sell all things like Christmas decorations, Christmas trees and things at this time of the year. So we go and have a look round, and then we go and get some lunch or some breakfast or whatever, and then we go over to Crafters Companion and have a look around there as well. And we'd planned to do that because we've bought a new Christmas tree this year. It's the first time we've had a new Christmas tree in 20 years or something. So we bought this new Christmas tree, and we were going to go over and, you know, try to find some cute ornaments to go on it. And then obviously lockdown happened, so we weren't able to. And because I'm like a child, I couldn't. My birthday money couldn't possibly sit in my pocket and wait until everything's back open again. I've been on Amazon and AliExpress, and I've been on all sorts, having a look to see what I wanted. And I kept coming back to resin, I bought air dry resin, but that's quite cute. I think I'm going to get some of the UV, because I have actually got a UV like nail lamp thing that you can use. I bought one from a charity shop for crafting obvs, because I don't do my nails, well, apart from biting them off, obviously. So I thought I might have a go at some open bezel jewellery, but from what I can see, it's better to do that with too big, to do that with nail. What am I talking about? UV resin. I've lost my train of thought there, because I'm rifling through this pack looking for something snowy. Yeah, I mean, the only reason I didn't go for the UV resin in the end, I have got some resin. I'm lying. I have got some. It's like a beigey colour, and it's lovely. I've made some really lovely moulds from it. The only reason I didn't go for the UV this time is because a lot of the things that I read online were sort of suggesting that you can get a bit of stickiness, and I just thought, for the first time round, I don't want to frustrate myself by getting something that isn't going to do what I want it to do. I'll get some non-UV first. I've seen some really lovely open bezel jewellery done with UV resin, but you need to have the UV resin for it, really, because you sort of do a little bit and then you set it under the UV lamp and then you put a bit more on and you set it, etc, etc, and that would be frustrating to do without the UV resin, because obviously it takes ages to set in between each layer. So I probably will get some, because 500 hobbies are apparently not enough. I have to have more. So I'm dead into my crocheting garments at the moment. Yeah, I thought the banner is pretty, isn't it? It was a fluke. I just saw it when I was actually looking for. I know that in somewhere I've got a little thing of, like, it looks like a little pile of snowballs, and that's what I was looking for, but I can't see it, so I've gone for the banner. So there's my ink. Honestly, literally can't find anything on my desk now. I don't actually even know what I've done with my ink. Oh, he's going to get what's on the brush, and that's that. Just take some of the white edges off a little bit. That's so pretty. So I'm going to pop that one up there like that. Just with a bit of hot glue. Pretty. Right, I want some snowballs. What can I use for snowballs? Yay! I've got some. That's two. Should we use that? Is that too small? I think that's better in. I bought this to put in shakers, but because it's polystyrene, it's staticky, so it doesn't shake very well. So I don't end up using it. What about some of these? Don't know if I like that or not. What else have I got? What do you think? Move it so you can see it. Would help, wouldn't it? Do we go with the pom-poms? Do we go with the snowball pom-poms? And then I've got some very pretty clear gems that we might. Oh, I've got some tiny snowflakes. Where are they? Snowflakes. Yeah, we like the pom-poms. We'll put pom-poms on. Where's my box of Christmas stuff? I've lost it. Okay, that's a resounding yes. So whoever gets this Christmas card, remember that you all selected the pom-poms. Right. How do I do this without burning myself? Tweezers. Tweezers is the only way to go. Look, I've gone silent. It's the concentration. Concentrating on not burning myself, because I've got a habit of doing that. I love my glue gun, but it does bite me sometimes. Last one. Cute, 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 cute. Right, and then I think we'll put some of the glitter gel below it. Yeah, I have to use tweezers because I do have a tendency to try and kill myself with anything hot. It's I'm actually quite klutzy. So then I'm just going to put a little bit of this glitter paste, almost like the sort of shadow under the snowballs, like so. Just tap that in so that it'll actually set on the card, as opposed to set and then just peel off the card, which would be nice. I'm not actually doing this in the camera. I'm not doing anything in the camera. I don't know why you're all bothering to watch. I've not actually shown you anything at all. There we go. Right, I like that. Then I'm going to bung a few gems on it. Because in case you haven't noticed, I like gems. I put them on everything. So these ones are sort of holographic-y, iridescent-y ones. I like looking for these little packs of variation, but ties everything together at the same time. Because I sometimes find if I put lots of different types of gems on, it doesn't look how I'd sort of envisaged in my head it was going to. It's almost like little bits of snow. Ooh. And one more, because I can't have things that are odd. Apart from me, obviously. I'm the only odd thing allowed around here. Can't even talk. Yeah, pretty. That'll do. Cute, 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 cute. Hate it when my camera does that autofocus thing. Because it's on my phone, I can't stop it from doing it. Hello, Sally. Thank you very much. I'm just playing. Well, the intention was to just play with what I've got on my desk, but others will tell you that that's a bit of a fib, because I have been ferreting around looking for flowers and all sorts. So I've now got a lot more on my desk than I started with, but you know. Oh, I know what I need. I know what I need. I know what I need. Oh, are you, Martha? I wish I was a retired nurse. I'm just a nurse. I'll be retired one day. I'm sure of it. I'm sure I will make it to retirement. Oh, this is the most satisfying thing in the world. Pulling bits of dried up glue out of the centre. Right, I need a pin. Where's my pins? I'm going to bling. Get a pin. I'm going to bling my berries up. Sounds a bit wrong, doesn't it? Ah. They're cute, aren't they? I quite like the little pom-poms, yeah. I wasn't sure, but I do like them. Right, so this is how I clear my nozzles out. Rather than just pushing a pin down through the top, because all you do is push the clot down into your glue, and then when you squeeze the bottle, it'll do it again. With your Nuvo drops and things, you can actually take the nozzle out, and then you can clear the blockage from inside. You can get your pin down in there and actually pull the clot of glue or paint, or you know, whatever it is. I can't pull it out. It's not wanting to come. Come on, come on. People have got better things to do than stand around while I unclog a glue bottle. Oh my goodness. I'm starting to wonder whether the whole bottle's dried up. This is claggy. Claggy. Come on. Out. Out. Out, I tell you. Out. It's like when you were a kid and you... Well, I was a kid. I might have been a strange kid. I used to cover my hands in PVA glue at school and then let it dry and then sit and pick it off like it was a second skin. I used to love it. Strange child. Come out, glue, come out. I am still unclogging the glue bottle. See, if I was a good professional YouTuber, I would have done this, you know, before I turned the camera on, but obviously not. Right. Let's put just a little drop of. Come on. Look, all of that faffing about and it's still not doing it. Come on. There we go. A little bit of red stickles. Is this actually? No, it's because it's blinking Dovecraft. Get proper stickles. They're better than this rubbish. Won't work. Although, to be fair, my stickles bottles does exactly the same thing. So. It's probably not the tools, it's the user. Oh my days, this bottle. I'm going to have to soak the nib in some hot water. So I'd make myself bleed, but it's just glitter glue. It's fine. It's all fine. It's glitter glue. There you go. A little bit of sparkling bling. I like it. I like it. I like it. Oh, that's my daughter Lauren, Blue Tallis. Hello, Lauren. Oh, I like it. Super cute. Got glitter glue where I didn't mean to, but there we go. So these cards will all be going out to friends over the Christmas period. That's why I'm trying to build up a stash, because obviously I've got lots more friends to send to this year, which is awesome. But it does mean I need to have lots more cards, and I've not been overly organised. I think I've managed to get about 5 done now, so you know, I'm getting there. I don't actually even know what I did. Hey Pip! You alright? I don't even know what I've done with all the card bases now. Honestly, you would all be laughing your heads off if you could see the state of my lovely organised craft room. What should I do? Do a craft one. Might go for something a bit different. Oh, I love that. Look at that paper. Isn't that beautiful? I love it, I love it, I love it. You've done 10. Oh, you're doing better than me. I think I've got 5. I'm so slow. That's my problem. I'm really, really slow. And I faff too much. So on this one, I'm going to actually use a snowflake. I'm not sure which one I'm going to use yet. Quite like that one, but I also like that one. I wonder if it could show up better on one of the other bases, as much as I love that base. Yes, I think it shows up better on that one. Oh, I'll have to go and have a look soon. I don't think I've seen that. I've been really rubbish. I hold my hands up to it. I've not been on YouTube very much over the last probably couple of weeks, other than doing the bits that I've had to do for collabs and things like that. I've been really, I've been struggling a little bit with my mojo, but I've also been really involved in my crochet. I've been really enjoying it, and I've managed to crochet a jumper in about a week, because that's all I've done is crochet. So I've got these bits that were from, they make like 3D cards. They were from a pack I bought last year, but I didn't actually buy them to make the cards. I bought them to use the elements on the cards. So yeah, quite like that, with that over the top. So this is what I sort of do. I stand and try it all out for size a little bit, see if I like it, and then if I like it, I start gluing bits in place. So I've got some other types of leaves that I can... Right, let's find a flower for this one. Let's have a look. What have we got in the flower box? I really need to make some more flowers. I am running so low on handmade flowers. That one. So I've got this one. Yeah, like that. Not sure. Oops, sorry. Thanks, Sue. This is just a plastic ornament that you get. We get them from our pound shops for Christmas trees. And all I'm going to do is snip into it. They cut quite easily. And I'm just going to use half of it there, like that. I'm going to cut this piece down, obviously, in a minute. I'm just sort of trying it on for size. And then I'm going to use that flower behind it, and then I've got some more greenery, but it's making sure that the greenery doesn't completely overtake the snowflake, because obviously I want to be able to see it. And like I said, normally I've got loads of bits of greenery that I've cut, that I've die cut, but I've been rubbish. I've been rubbish with everything just lately, but there you go. Right, so I'm going to cut this one down a little bit, make a little mark, and I'm going to cut that down. Using this. There you go. I'll save that because I will use it on something else. Right, so I'm going to pop that bit in the middle, and again it stops you looking at all the detail, which is beautiful on that piece of paper, but if you're looking at all of that detail, you're not looking at the main elements of the card, which obviously that's what we want to draw the eye to. So I'm waffling because I'm looking for my ink and I don't actually know what I've done with it. Let's go for something else. What other colours have we got? Oh, go something other than vintage photo because I can't find it. I see I've been rubbish. I've been really, really rubbish at getting on board with getting my Christmas cards, and I haven't done anything Christmas yet. This is the first time. These little tiny bows. These came from the wedding section in our local pound shop, and I can't remember if they came from the range or the pound shop at Christmas time. They have them in every year. I've got a package to send to you, so if I can find some, I'll pop some in for you. Right, well, that's quite nice actually. That's brushed corduroy, that one. So I've just gone around the edge with a bit of that, and I'm going to put some tape. Now I like the instant grab of the tape, but I find I've yet to find it stuck. The things that I made when I first started crafting that you know, I didn't send or whatever, that are in my craft room, I found that after a while, and some of that might be because I'm in the conservatory, so obviously there's lots of light and there's lots of temperature change and things like that, but I found that the glue on the tapes was just giving out, and even the hot glue to some extent was giving out. So white glue I found didn't quite so much. Yeah, it's hard, isn't it, Sue? Because I sort of watch like Dollar Tree hauls and things and think, oh, I wish I could go there and get, you know, some of the amazing things that they get on there. But then it's things like the booklets that I'm using that have got all the papers and the die cuts and everything. I don't think you see those quite as much on the USA hauls. And you know, they're fab and they're really cheap. They're about £3, something like that. So I think it sort of swings and roundabouts, isn't it? There we go. Here we go. Oh, I'm always behind, Heather. I always sort of catch up in the end. I always just about make it, but it's usually by the skin of my teeth. I'm sort of like running in at the last minute. Like, yeah, I'm here. Don't go without me. I've done it. I am... Right, and then I'm going to stick my little snowflake half here, or just over half. There we go. There we go. And then I'm going to pop. I think the thing is, it's nice to see different things, isn't it? And that's the thing with getting your crafting supplies from where you are. After a while, it sort of feels a little bit like it's the same old, you're seeing the same stuff over and over again. Whereas when you see stuff from other places, so like all the designer sort of stuff, all the designer papers and everything, they're so much more accessible in the States and so much cheaper. They're really, really expensive here in the UK to get anything that is sort of craft designer brands. Whereas we've got a really good selection of cheaper, non sort of designer, if you like, brands and products. So I suppose it depends what you like. I'm not bothered. I just like what I like. Those, or you know, but I won't spend an absolute fortune. So I've just found out I'm going to bring it into shot, and you'll all be laughing at me. This is all my little berries and sprays, and I went through a phase of buying all sorts of bits and bobs like this off of AliExpress. So I've got boxes and boxes of the stuff. So I am going to try and use some of them. So if I put that there, and then these wires want snipping down a little bit. I'm going to put a load of glue on the back of that one. Try and sit it like that. And then I'm going to pop some of these white. Because the glue's still a bit wet and a bit hot underneath, I'm able to stick them in. Yeah, we don't get coupons and things here, which is, it is a shame. But then I think some of that is probably, you know, I think we get a lot more shipped in. Although having said that, I think you have got some sort of American brands, but I think a lot of the stuff in the States, I think, comes from like China and places like that. So I don't know why it's more expensive here. Maybe just because they can. Because we're fools and we pay it. That's looking cute. Right, I want some small white flowers or cream flowers. Oh, I know what I've got these lovely paper posies. I think these were the ones that Tracy Susan sent me in her package that I won. Oh, look, little white roses. And again, I am just going to put just a touch of red on the top of that, so that it looks a little bit more like a Christmas rose. And if I can see my glitter, oh, there it is. There it is, there it is. I've got some diamond dust, which I love. I love, love, love. So I'm going to put some glue. I just pop a little bit of glue on my hand like that, just so I can pick it off later, really. That's what it is. It's because I love it. I'm just going to dip my flower in that, and then dip my flower in my diamond dust and tap it off. And there we've got super shiny, so pretty. I'm terrified of it. So pop a bit of hot glue on the back of there. I've done myself more damage with the hot glue than I ever have with diamond dust. So pretty. I love flowers. I love little floral clusters. They make my heart happy. So I'm going to do the same with this one. Just a little bit of red ink, just to break it up a little bit. And then a bit more glue. And dunk it in the diamond dust. Ooh. I like the other one as well. I can't remember what it's called, but it's like super fine glitter. I think that gives a nice finish to things as well. And I'm going to put that one up here like this. Try not to overthink it, but you know, it's me. I will. Right, and it needs another one. It needs another one. I better put them there. I have got some slightly bigger ones. I wonder if that'd look nice. No, it's too big. Too big. It's too big. That one's slightly bigger, but not as big. Yeah, we'll go with that one. So, bit of ink, bit of glue. So what's everybody up to this afternoon then? I'm going to clean my craft room up a bit, I think. I've got a birthday card that I really have got to make, and I do need to do my embellishments on the 11th, because obviously that's due on the 11th, and I haven't thought about it yet. And I've got a BB craft one to do, and my next job is actually I've got some awesome fabric for Brian to make him some face masks. So I am going to go over to the sewing room this evening, and I'm going to make those so that I can get them in the post to him tomorrow. Hopefully they won't take too long to get to him. Right, so these are the little holly leaves that I make. So they're dead easy to make, just a die cut obviously in a holly shape. Do a little bit of shaping, but not too much to be honest, just with a ball stylus. Draw a line down the centre and then some lines for veins. Give it a bit of shape. Obviously I cut it in green card. I ink around the edge with a bit of green, and then I just layer on a really thin coat of this clear gloss gel. There is a playlist called Flowers, or Paper Flowers or something like that, and there is a little video on there that shows you how I make them. They're gorgeous. That's a nice idea. 12 days ago. I thought about, because my best friend is a crafter, and I've thought about making her like a crafty advent calendar. And I'd sort of ummed and ahed about it, and sort of was thinking about ways that I could do it so that it wouldn't take up loads of space, but that she'd get fun little things to have in her advent calendar. Then obviously all the blinking shops are shut at the moment, so I'm a bit stuck, but I'll have to perhaps do it next year instead. But put another little holly leaf at the back of here. So these ones are quite dimensional, but if I'm sending somebody a package, or they're not too bad if I'm posting things like this in the UK. It's just if I'm posting lots overseas, I want to try and keep them a bit flatter, because postage is ridiculously expensive. Ooh, that sounds nice too. Is it on your channel? Or is it going to be on your channel? Right, I need to find something to go here, and I thought one of those like blackboardy type sentiments might look quite cute. So let's have a rifle. Oh, look at that. Beautiful. Love it, I love it, I love it. I love it. I love the simplicity of that. Where have I put my ink? Love it, I love it, I love it. Going crazy now. It's because I feel like I'm talking to people, but at the same time, it's like I'm hearing other people in my own voice because I'm reading your messages. So I feel a bit like I'm talking to myself. First sign of madness. Beautiful. I really like that. Okay, so I'm going to pop that up, I think. Why not? I've got the world's amount of dimension on this card anyway, so I might as well go the whole hog. Keep forgetting that I'm not in shot. I'm a bit rubbish at this going live thing, but there you go. At least you can all natter to each other. Scissors. I got these, which look like the Tim Holtz ones. They work like, they've sort of squashy handles like the Tim Holtz ones. They've got the serrated edges like the Tim Holtz ones, but they were £3 from IKEA. They're brilliant. I love them. They were in the section where they've got like the gardeny stuff. Cut this bit card a bit big. But I'm using about 15 different pairs of scissors. That's how messy my desk is. I've got like probably got about 4 pairs of scissors on my desk at the minute. Oh, thanks, Sue. It's been on my mind to do it, but it's been one of those things where I was talking yesterday in Leisha's live about feeling quite conscious, and that's why I don't show my face very often and things like that, because I do get anxious that people are going to say things that are going to be hurtful or upsetting, and I don't know. I've been trying to encourage my daughter to feel a bit more sort of confident about herself, and to believe in herself a bit more, and to be kinder to herself. And I've just come home from an appointment with her at the hospital and just thought, right, I've got to listen to my own advice and just go for it, just do it. So I don't know, before I could think about it, I picked the camera up and switched it on, and I was talking to my daughter and saying, oh, I'm just testing it, I'm just seeing if it works. And then Sophie came on, and I was chatting to Sophie for a bit, and then other people started popping on, and I was like, oh my goodness, people joined. Oh, well, I might as well stay on and play then. Now, do we want the little ribbon or not? Yes ribbon, no ribbon, or even a little red ribbon? What do we think? I think we'll go for gold gems. Oh, thank you, Pip. It's because I like to waffle. It's because anybody that I work with will tell you I love the sound of my own voice, apparently. I just like talking. I do like talking. I think it's because I've got nobody to talk to at home, because everybody's always off doing their own thing. So, oh, look, little snowflakes. Oh, they're cute. That one's a bit big. Oh, I don't know now. Oh, right. Come on. I need to know. Red ribbon looks nice. Okay, we're going with the red ribbon. I like the little snowflake. I might just go gems. Right, what gems have we got? Where is the gems box? Right, it's getting beyond a joke now. I am going to have to finish this one, and I'm going to tidy up, I think. Oh, thanks, Jenny. I'm not entirely sure I am keeping track of everything. It's easier because I was listening to what Leash said the other day, and she was talking about filming on one device and then watching on another one, so that you can read comments and things. So I've set up my tablet off to the side, so I'm trying to watch what I'm actually doing on the camera on the phone, but then I've got the tablet off to the left hand side, so I can actually keep an eye on the chat as well. I've just realised I've got it on top chat, and I should have it on live chat really, so I've probably missed loads of comments, but you know, it's okay for a first attempt. We'll take it. Okay, so let's put some gems on this, and then I think that'll be it. Where's my gem thing? Oh, honestly, I'm going to show you my desk before I sign off, so you can see what chaos I am trying to create in at the moment. Okay, we're just going to go without the gem picker, because I can't see it unless anybody else can see it on my table. No, it's a tip. Okay. It's fine, it's all good. Right, one up there. No, don't like that. One like that. It's too big. Too big. Let's go for a smaller one. If I can pick one up. Oh, look, I'm just being the most faffy. Faff. Yeah, I'm going with it. Okay. Oh, you like the snowflakes? I might put a little snowflake on them. I like these two little ones up here for a little bit of colour. But let's take that one off. Let's move them to the side. Make a bit more mess because I like it. Where's my little snowflakes? Oh, I don't know. Faffing. Left or right? You choose. I'm going to put one in my flower cluster. Yeah, the things are glued down, but that's okay, because I'm just going to pop some little snowflakes in the flower cluster, which is always cute. Let's have a look. What else have we got? Where's a medium one? There. I always think they look quite cute if you sort of tuck them under so that they're just peeking out slightly. I think it wants to be smaller. Oh yeah, like that. Like that. Right, everybody's saying right. Awesome. That's better then, because it gives me a bit of a visual triangle, because you've got a couple in the cluster and then you've got one on my right. Well, this is my right. Who knows what it looks like over the camera. All right, it's going here. We're going here. I'm waiting for somebody to go, no, that's not what we meant. But it's down. It's gone. It's done. I've done it. I've done it. There you go. So I'm going to call that one done as well. Unless it wants another one in there. Oh, good. Yeah, I am. Because there's not quite enough on this card. Just keep chucking stuff at it. Keep putting stuff on there. There you go. That's it. Beautiful. Lovely. There we go. So I will show you all the cards that I've made. And then I'm going to show you my messy desk. And I'm going to go and tidy up. So obviously this is the one that we've just finished. And I am going to make some centres for all of them with some sentiments on the inside there. And then, so that's card number 1. Well, we did quite a few. I think we did good. Oops. Stuck one on top of the other, which was a bad idea because now there's glue on it, but it's fine. See what I mean about messy crafter? I'll just put a lovely little bit of paper on the back there and nobody will ever know, apart from you lot that are watching, but that's fine. It's all good. So we've got this one with the little lovely little trike and the little ribbon. And then we've got, look, little Merry Christmas. I'm loving that one. Then we went with this one, which has got the lovely snowman and his little snowballs down the bottom there. And he's got his little frame, which is popped up with little Merry Christmas and then some gems and a little bit of holly and that down the bottom there. That is my favourite one. And then we've got this one, which has got the tartan blanket in the background and the little snowy scene, little floral cluster and the Merry Christmas. And then that was the first one. Hi, Roz! That was the first one that we made. So the only thing that I've done is I've layered something on top of this one while the red, whatever it is, I can't remember the name, is was wet. So I will touch that one back up and then I'll just put a bit of pretty paper on the back of that and you'll never know. So that's the cards that I've made for Christmas so far. So I think I've got 6. So, you know, only need about another 200 and, you know, we'll get there. So I'm going to show you how horrendous my desk is. And I've got another table behind me, which is just as bad. So let's hope I don't make you sick while I do it. Let's see how I can move my camera. So this is the utter chaos that is my my desk at present. So I've got literally a little tiny space just in front of me that I can craft on, and that's about it. Every other inch of my desk is covered in various bits of Christmas stuff. So I am going to bring the live to an end and I'm going to go and tidy up my mess. I'm going to make some tea and then I'm going to go over to the sewing room and do some face masks for Brian. If anybody is struggling for face masks, do let me know because I can make them and send them out for anybody that is struggling. Like I say, I'm going to make some for Brian and get him some in the post tomorrow. So that's it from me for now. Thank you so much for joining me, everybody, on my first live. I really didn't expect anybody to come, so it's been really, really lovely to have everybody here and to feel like you can have a chat. I really enjoy the lives myself, like I've said a few times throughout. I think it's a really nice time, not just for me to chat to everybody, but I love the fact that everybody can chat to everybody else in the comments and make, you know, start those friendships. So thank you so much, everybody. I'll be back later in this week. I've got a few other. So that's it for me for now. I'll see you all again very soon in another craft video. Bye for now. We'll work out how to end the live now. She says, oh no, I've got to do it from this camera. So you're all going to laugh now because I've got to take the camera off its mount to end it.